Okay. Here we go. Hello and welcome to episode 41 of the Modern Day Morons podcast. We're your hosts, Liam,
Braden,
Jacob,
and long-time listener, first-time caller, GoaliePete.
Yeah, that's me. What's up, guys? Glad to be here. Very excited.
Right on.
appreciate how
Welcome along.
uncomfortable you made Jacob by leaving him as the introductory screen when you made your announcement.
I wanted to take another sip of coffee, but I was like, I don't want to do it on full screen. It'd just be weird.
Right on. Well, GoaliePete, let me plug you right quick before we get started. Everyone should go subscribe to the man, the myth, the legend. Recently posted a shutout. If I'm not mistaken, your team is playoff bound right now.
Yeah, we quenched. We got a playoff game tomorrow, so I guess it'll already happen once this goes up. But yeah, we're in the playoffs. Fun times.
And what are the series in the playoffs? Is it sudden death?
No, it's actually really weird. It's so there's like a 3-game group stage, and then after that, I think the top 4. So there's 10 teams in the playoffs, and each team plays 3 games, and the top 4 teams advance to a bracket round. But if you think about it, that makes no sense because if you only play 3 times, you can't play all the teams. So how are you going to rank the teams? I don't know. I'm just going to play the 3 games, and then if we advance, we advance. So we'll see.
Sounds like
I don't really know how it works.
kind of thing. Yeah, fun.
And so Peter's basically a Canadian because he's from Minnesota. So right on the border there.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I mean, I share some Canadian tendencies. I guess just playing hockey, but I don't have that stupid ass accent.
That is disappointing. I'm not gonna lie. I was expecting accent.
Dude,
No.
the Minnesotan accent is like the stupidest accent. It's stupider than the Nebraska accent.
It is really stupid. I'm a city slicker, so I don't
You
I don't have it. But one of my teachers, she's from Ely, Minnesota, which is literally like 20 minutes from the border. And when she's in class, she'll be like, "Oh, I'm like sorry about that," and I'm like, "Oh my god, like what is this?"
Storyboard it. Fucking A, yeah. Good accent. Better than ours.
Yeah, it's I wouldn't say that, but it's something. When you talk to somebody and they have like a thick ass Minnesota accent, it's like, what? You ever see the movie Fargo?
Oh, of course. Great movie.
That's it. Yeah, it's a good movie though. Really good.
Historically accurate.
I drive. You know that scene where they're like outside the diner?
Yep.
I drive by that like frequently.
See, that's pretty crazy. If I want to go like be anywhere near a movie area here, I have to drive to the southernmost point tip of Nova Scotia to see where.
Really?
Yeah.
What did they film down there?
It's a movie called The Lighthouse.
Oh, that's such a good movie.
Yeah, okay, you heard of it.
That's such a good movie. It was
Like
that's an interesting movie.
It's fucked up. It's really weird.
I know. It stayed with me after I watched it.
Think about that movie like at least weekly since seeing it like 4 years ago now.
That's just the life we live here in Nova Scotia. That's just how it is.
We're a simple folk.
Not a lot of films get made in Minnesota. I'd say Fargo is probably the only one.
Yeah. But Boys Trip to the White House. Fuck yeah.
Dude, we should recreate that movie. Dibs on William Dafoe. But
I'll be
the cameraman.
Yeah.
Before we get any further, I think it's time for everybody's favorite segment, Bear of the Week.
Let's go. I specifically requested this because I really enjoy Bear of the Week.
Bear of the Week is a long-standing and permanent stationary.
Mm-hmm. And if you ever thought like we ever did anything controversial for our starting bits, you're wrong. And we never did. It's always been Bear of the Week since episode 1, for sure.
Always been wholesome. Yeah. Always been good. God, this is great.
Going back around for seconds.
Imagine it happens again. Same fucking thing.
I hope so. Make my day right now, Bear.
Going
Nah, homie
inside.
did the
Yeah.
smart thing. He went inside. He ran.
That's
you
a
know-
short one for today.
You know
but
what's interesting is I'll watch these Bear of the Week things, and in Minnesota there's like a lot of bears. So my mom teaches at like a university kind of like up north, a couple hours away. She teaches remote, and like she'll get emails when there are like bear sightings on campus, because I don't know, you just don't really want to be near a bear. But the funny thing is black bears are like deathly afraid of humans. So I don't know. I'm watching these Bears of the Week, and I'm like, they don't have any fear.
I think I could take on a bear of the week.
Well, all the bear of
I
the
would
weeks have
lose.
been pretty nice, I think.
But I could take.
They've all. Has there been any black bears? I feel like most of them are brown bears.
Most of them have been black bears. I think.
Yeah.
Was Wotek? Was he a black bear?
I
No
forget.
way, dude. It's
I've
impossible.
He was a grizzly.
He was a fucking military bear, dude. It would
That
be
was our
very
first
handy
ever
if he
bear.
ran away.
Military bear. I still can't get over that goddamn.
Wotek was a Syrian brown bear
Damn.
versus Arctos.
That's a
Syrian
hard
bear.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
That is
A hard motherfucking bear.
No, but black bears are they're gentle giants. They don't want anything to do with you. But
I think-
you do have to bear proof your trash
Yeah.
if you're
Yeah,
up north. So they have these like weird ass trash cans. You gotta like slide them out.
Oh yeah, I've seen those in like a couple like cabins I've been to.
Yeah, because you got bear
Bear
proof your
County?
trash.
Bear County, but Hank the Tank I think is the best black bear because he's 500
That one was
pounds.
so fat.
He's my
Hank the
spirit
Tank.
animal.
Bear.
That was hilarious. That was one of my favorites.
I just hope Hank gets to live in like a nice house with an unlimited supply of food forever. That's all I want for Hank. what
That's
Hank deserves.
dangerous, dude. You can't have him eating like that.
Why don't we just like give bears houses? Like just
Dude, that'd be
honorary
sick.
citizens.
Guys, we
Just
can't
each
even
bear gets a house. But
We
you
can't
like
even-
lock the doors.
We
They
can't
can't
even
leave.
get universal housing for people. What do you think we're going to get it for bears?
Well, the government doesn't care about people.
Pedo
Bears
puts
are
some
at least
money in
cool
for
looking.
bear housing, and then
Can you imagine you're like
fucked, but the bears got places to stay.
you're homeless and you're living on the streets and you walk past like a bear compound and they all have like these modern ass houses.
It's a gated community. They're like,
Ugh.
That'd be so.
But speaking of gated communities, this is not a good transition whatsoever. But one of the topics I saw this week that I thought we had to cover was, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but Amazon has a work messaging app that all employees are required to have to communicate with each other. And a list of banned words and phrases has recently been published. I'm going to share with you that list in its entirety, and you can just see what type of direction the company Amazon is going in.
I guarantee you, union is on that list.
Union is the second word on that list. So I'll read out the list and then I'll get you guys' thoughts on it. So we have I hate, union, fire, terminated, compensation, pay raise, bullying. This is concerning. Stupid. This is dumb.
Man, this is concerning.
Prison, threat, petition, grievance, injustice, diversity, ethics, fairness, accessibility, vaccine, living wage, representation, unfair, favoritism, rate, unite/unity, plantation,
Oh my god.
slave
Ooh.
labor,
Ooh.
master,
Mm.
concerned, freedom, they banned freedom, restrooms, robots, trash, committee, and coalition.
Wow.
That is fucking scary.
Keep in mind who owns Twitch. Just saying.
Yeah, don't ban our podcast, boss Jeffrey, boss Bezos.
now, do we know this is real before we go any further?
This was about on like 10 different news sites, so I'm going to assume
Okay.
from
yeah,
like the
okay,
articles I
sure.
read, because a lot of them were articles that were paywall blocked, so it does seem like they're from like bigger news sources, not just the Sun or the Daily Mail.
I will say I did see something that it was like it's not officially been rolled out yet, but this is absolutely like the internal list of words they were looking at.
Because I feel like
Well,
there should be
that's
more words
interesting.
on here. Like, where's bastard or bitch or fuck? Are these the only
Yeah.
banned words?
I think these are
God,
probably the
whatever.
most newsworthy. Because you
I-
probably already have like a built-in profanity filter. None of these
That's
are like
true.
profanities.
Mhm.
They're just
This
like
is interesting because I don't know about in Canada, but in the U.S., you preventing workers from conversing about pay and like benefits. If you like preventing that's illegal.
Mhm.
So I don't know. That's interesting. I don't think Amazon really cares, but we'll
Yeah, who's
see.
gonna tell them no?
Well, I was
All
gonna
right,
say, like,
fine. I won't
what are
deliver
they-
to your
what-
house then.
What's the government gonna do? Give them like a $2 million fine for a company that clears
Yeah,
like
it's-
$300 billion a year?
Yeah, it's Amazon, dude.
You can't stop them.
There was they just had a unionized warehouse in I think Staten Island in New York. First Amazon warehouse we unionized in the
Yeah.
U.S. So
I saw that. I don't know if we covered that actually, but
it's
very
big news.
yeah, big
That's
news.
big news because
I have a feeling it'll also be the last unionized warehouse.
they
They
had
just banned the word, so
they had one in Alabama that they tried to unionize, factory in Bessemer. And that did
Yeah.
not go through, but Staten Island one did.
It's crazy that it did though, because like they put like millions of dollars into like anti-union
Yeah.
propaganda at both.
They
of
will
those.
pay their employees not to unionize. There's like,
No, I
here's a
know.
$3,000 sign-in bonus, but you can't join a union.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's pretty crazy, but I think it just goes to show like how messed up Amazon is. At least how messed up like their warehouses are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking that they got a warehouse here recently. I wanted to join because I feel like that'd be a great way to get in shape. It's just running for your life, so the robot doesn't fire you for
Yeah.
missing your quota.
Yeah,
But-
they have so much tracking and tech on you.
Oh, I was gonna say, imagine how shitty it would have to be pissing in bottles, but then I remembered you do that already sometimes, Liam.
I did that for
Liam's
one
literally
period.
trained for this job.
No,
Disgusting.
the worst part about that was my parents were on vacation, and like it was a 2-liter bottle, but it's like if you know the circumference of the tap, that's not going to work with the tools God has given me. So I had to take a funnel from the kitchen,
Shut up.
and then you just
That's
put it in
just
the
more effort than
dishwasher.
it's worth, dude.
It's
just
more.
And
It's more work
the worst part about this,
than to just get up and go to the bathroom.
That's
see,
what I'm
Just that
saying.
you're
the
not
worst
lying.
part about this is when this happened, the computer was in the office that has a door that has a bathroom door connected to the office.
Did you have a shit funnel?
I can't justify it regardless. Like nobody was home. You could have been wearing fucking. You could have been butt naked and walked across the entire house to the washroom. It would have been more convenient than having to set up a piss bottle and a funnel.
One thing that's like surprising is just how like warm because it steams the bottle.
Yes, bro. Of course. it's
Well,
warm.
did you put the cap on after every time, or did you just leave the funnel in there? So
No,
you
I
had,
put
like,
the
a
tap on because I
piss
did that.
potion.
That would be tempting fate because I just
So,
like
like-
flicking CSGO and then just
Yeah. But like, you had to put the funnel in every time.
Yeah.
You had to unscrew a cap and put the funnel in. You would have just been better off taking 6 steps to the right and opening the bathroom door.
listen.
Just leave
That's
the door
horrible.
open.
Hindsight's 2020. Okay, that's all I'll say.
I just watched the Better Call Saul episode where he drinks his own pee. So
Oh boy.
that's
Speaking of Better Call Saul, Peter is thinking of entering the law profession.
Oh shit.
yeah, no Saul Goodman, but that's the plan.
Not yet, at
Oh.
least.
Not yet.
So-
We'll see. We'll see where the road takes me, but
Yeah. That's exciting though.
What would your slogan be?
Better call Peter.
Can't
I
beat
don't know.
Pete.
Can't be.
yes, there you go. That's a good one. I don't even need to think of it.
My
but it's
name's
got-
Pete, and I can't be beat. Peter, I almost dodged you. Peter, last name, attorney at law.
Oh Jesus. Yeah, there's like so many close calls for doxing. I feel like one of us should have a censor button on here.
I have dodged myself. Liam Dodson, 22 D. Dennis Drive. Send me a piece of mail.
Not only
Peter
that-
has my ad. Peter has my address bookmarked on his. PC.
yeah, I do. I do have his address bookmarked. It's just for safekeeping. Just saying.
I think
Leverage.
most of the people in this chat know my address, but
I don't know your actual like street address. I just know the street and like where it is on the
you
street.
could find my house.
I can drive to your house. I just don't know the address.
It's scary
Harvey's
how
been
much,
right
how much
here.
you can find on people on the internet. LinkedIn. Go on LinkedIn.
Dude, that's how we found half the parents of the people on the Discord, Peter. It's just they're on LinkedIn.
Yeah, because people put their resume on there, and then
yeah.
their resume has an address on there.
Do you know what we
So-
could cover on the podcast that we haven't, but we probably shouldn't? Is Nate's dad getting canceled on TikTok, and those TikToks getting like 4 million views.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's
Bring
yeah.
it on, Liam. Bring it on.
I can't be bothered. It takes a few minutes to find, and we don't need to dox anybody. But one of our friends on the Discord, his dad literally got canceled in like viral videos, and it was like on the news and shit.
Yeah,
Is he
he like
perhaps the guy who yelled at like those baristas at like a smoothie shop?
no,
No.
they were
It
like his
was underpaid.
subcontractors.
Yeah.
And he was like yelling at him. And he said something like go back to your country or something.
And he
like
told
that.
them minions and stuff because he
Oh.
didn't want to pay them. And
Mm.
like his dad's gay, and so he had his hand on his hip like this. I'm like, man, that's a power stance. And then my friend goes, no, that's his hands over his concealed carry. I'm like, oh, real power stance.
Some would
Yeah,
say the
it's-
stance where you can kill someone is the most powerful stance.
That's true.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
But,
crazy.
Damn.
That's the
Intense.
South.
That's
the
a good
South
legacy
for
to
you.
leave on the world.
You
Yeah.
know.
It was kind of fun. I couldn't believe. I thought he was fucking messing with us when he said it. But Peter, I don't play too many online video games with Braden and Jacob. So I was just wondering if you could give them an update on kind of my demeanor to like maybe the other people. we play
I
with.
genuinely don't need an update. I know.
I imagine it's similar to how
I'm-
it's always been.
Liam-
And I
I'm
think it's
ashamed-
gotten worse. I think it's
He-
gotten way worse.
He will take any opportunity to gaslight you and inflict pain upon you.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
joy
It's
lies
our boy.
in torment and torture of you and your happiness. I think the best example is we were texting about hockey, and the Wild, my favorite hockey team, made a trade that I wasn't crazy about at the time, and he was telling me about it, and I was like, "Oh man, I don't like that." And then he's like, "Haha, just kidding. I pranked you." And I was like, "Oh, all right." And then he's like, "Just kidding again. I just wanted to see you be relieved so I can like twist the knife in you." I'm like, "Oh, fucking God." Who does that?
Wait, sorry, when?
Assholes.
Oh God, no,
my God.
no, no, no. Liam has on more than one occasion, boy who cried wolfed himself into me not believing that certain celebrities have died, because every now and then I'll just get a random call from Liam where he'll be like, "Hey, did you hear Zach Galifianakis died?" I'll be like, "No, what is that? Is this a bit? Are you doing a bit?" And then I'll look it up and I'll be like, "Liam, go fuck yourself," and I'll hang up. And then one time he called me because he had heard some actual news that Norm Macdonald, probably like my favorite comedian, and he's up there for Liam. He's like, "Did you hear Norm Macdonald died?" And immediately I was just like, "Liam, fuck off! Like I know it's a bit. Like you're fucking stupid." And I looked it up and I was like, "Oh, it was real. That one was real."
Yeah, it's so sad. You can't trust him anymore. So
Nope.
Never could.
I gotta
Never
go
have,
on
never
Google
will.
if he sends me anything. But yeah, that's Liam for you.
Classic. What a guy.
Classic.
Am I tripping or did my camera get brighter?
Your camera did get significantly brighter. Yeah.
I thought so. I was like, man, what happened? All right,
It's not
whatever.
like you're not overblown or anything either. It's just it's much brighter.
Right on. Well,
That's
I
fine.
did actually. I got a fucking good old speeding ticket
Oh yeah.
for the
that's
amount
great.
of $237.50.
Jackass.
Whoa, $237?
Yes,
That's a speeding ticket.
that's a speeding ticket, and the crime is for going 1 to 15 kilometers over the posted speed limit.
Oh,
So that's like the minimum speeding ticket.
$70.
But that is Canadian, so that's like it was
Yeah,
$200. So
that's
that's
like what, $20 US?
Yeah.
at least 30. But nice joke.
But, yeah.
I got a parking ticket the other day, and it was 40.
Damn. Okay,
Oof.
that is rough.
I feel like I went over to one of my friend's place because we were in like a study group, and I was leaving. She had this like ticket on her fridge, and it was going 98 miles an hour, and it was like $600, and it was. If you go if you go over 100, that's like a felony, and I think your license is suspended for like 6 months,
Jeez.
Yeah, well,
and it's
well,
even worse.
Liam,
But
didn't you almost get your license suspended for this one?
Yeah, pretty much. He's like, technically, he was doing like the cop thing where it's like, well, technically, it should be an $800 fine and a suspension of license for a week, but I'm trying to be a nice guy here, so it's only $240, and I have to be like, thanks, man, I appreciate that.
Good job.
Yeah, what a bro, man. Couldn't just and like the worst part about the speeding ticket is like, yes, I speed, and there's times I should have died on a speeding ticket and didn't. This was. I'm going on a highway. The speed limit's typically 110 on this highway. Dropped to 100. I didn't notice. I take fault for that. I'm passing a double-length semi-truck that's going faster than the speed limit in a passing lane that ends. So I literally have to go that fast so we don't fucking converge. And the second I pass him, the cop was blocked by the semi-truck. So I pass him, and then I immediately see the fucking cop. And I'm like, damn, I was really speeding there. And I just see him pull out and fuck. And I just tried to slip into the right lane, going the speed limit, like, nothing wrong here, officer. And
You got the
lights
wrong
went
guy,
on.
pal.
Dude, that is the worst way to start a Tuesday at 7:30 in the morning.
Can you appear in court?
I can, but the court is like, because I was in a different county, so the court's like an hour and a half away.
you got to Bridgewater County.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. That's really funny.
Also, I feel like the cop would show up, so I just have to pay the ticket anyway.
Somebody in the chat says you're not allowed to speed to pass.
Yeah.
Which,
well, I mean, technically.
That's not true. That's not true
Legally.
here. That's not true
What?
here.
You can speed to pass in the States?
Speed to pass somebody. I don't know. It varies, but state to state. But you can here.
Yeah, I don't.
When
Really
I
the question on the driving.
When I was in California, it was weird because all the you can lane split with the motorcycles, and you just see motorcycles just zipping through like standstill traffic. I'm like, that's so scary, man. Somebody like just cuts in and you're dead.
Yeah, lane splitting is terrifying, especially when it's like a loud ass fucking motorbike and you're just sitting there in standstill traffic and fucking they zoom past you and you're like, damn, that person's gonna die in about 40 cars up.
It just doesn't make sense. Like, you got a motorcycle, like, you're already going faster than the traffic because everybody's stopped. Just
you don't need to keep it going at like 90,
or like 10 or 15, and just kind of weasel your way through. If somebody opens their door, you're not even gonna.
I was about to say, if somebody opens, you're dead. But Liam, like, what's your rap sheet? Like, how'd you almost get your license suspended? It's like
it's my first ever offense in anything. For second time being pulled over. The first time was bullshit because the first time there was a parade, a policeman's parade. So I'm at an intersection. They have both the left and right streets completely cut off, so no traffic can go. So the only traffic that can go is front and back. And the light turns red, so I stop. But I noticed the parade, that's like they have an entire lane of traffic cut off for the parade, is going through. So I'm like, oh, well, if they're going through the red light, I can. As soon as I go through the red light, whoop, whoop, I like pull over. And the guy gets out of his car and he starts screaming at me. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like 16. I'm like, I'm sorry. I thought I saw the parade. And I thought. He's like, okay, just go. And then so I have to like drive of shame beside the parade while like all the other cars behind me saw me run a red light, immediately get pulled over and then keep driving. But no, I was going 133 in a 100, which sounds bad, but that is kilometers per hour. So that'd be like 15 miles over the speed.
Oh, yeah, I gotta convert this, dude. My American brain. All right, so 133.
I was 33 over and got to reduce down to 1 to
80. Oh, wait, so 115 at 100. It's like 70 and a 60.
Yeah, it was 133 and a 100.
Oh, it's like 80 and a 60. Okay, yeah, you'll get pulled over for that, but
yeah, but first time getting a ticket, it was a short interaction, but yeah, and then I had to be like, thanks, officer, for only giving me a $250,000 ticket instead of a $500,000 ticket. You're such a nice guy, my man.
Cops love I don't even know, man. They love to pretend like they're the good guy in this scenario. I'm like, oh my god, just give them whatever.
Yeah. I think that's like that's how they get off. That's why you're a cop, is because you could do that. He's like, "Oh, I'm such a nice guy. I got you covered
Yeah,
here, brother.
Let me just make you pay 200.
I'm gonna power trip on you, but I'm helping you out here.
I
You
know,
owe me
man.
now."
It's the cops are so, especially where I live. Like I live, so for the thing of Minneapolis, St. Paul, it's like two different cities, and you
Yeah.
just got a river cutting through it. St. Paul cops, down to earth, super chill. They'll reason with you, and then Minneapolis cops, well, they killed George Floyd, so
Oh yeah, that is the city where that happened.
yeah,
Huh?
yeah,
And
Oh,
also, wasn't it Minnesota with the no-knock warrant?
yeah. They killed a month ago. They killed a guy at the no-knock warrant,
Jesus
and then
Christ.
during the George Floyd trial, this lady accidentally killed a guy because she thought
Oh,
she was tasing him. But
Yeah,
it happens, gun taser.
yeah.
it's
Gun
not like
waste
they-
more time.
Yellow, black, 10 pounds,
look
10
completely feel
ounces.
different in the hand. Yeah, no.
Yeah, Minneapolis. It's cops, and I'm not saying like I saw this coming. Obviously, you can't really see anything like that coming. But like, even my whole life, like Minneapolis cops are dicks. Like it's like a whole organization top down. I think they got some serious problems. Like I said, like St. Paul, it doesn't make sense because St. Paul, Minneapolis is pretty much the same city. It's whole metro area. St. Paul cops are super nice. So it just that to me says there's something
Off about
wrong.
that whole department. Jesus.
Peter's entering the legal system, and he's going to make a difference.
Yeah, that's
True.
Oh my
I
God.
don't know. We'll see. I like watching Audit the Audit on YouTube. Those videos are fascinating.
Those videos are very cool.
Have you guys seen
Really?
those?
I've
I've
not.
seen a couple, yeah. I'm
They-
surprised you
it's-
don't watch them, Liam.
It's basically like just people having like police interactions, and the guy kind of talks about the legality of it. And you see like I don't know. There's some where like the person recording's in the wrong. There's some where the cop's in the wrong. There's some good ones. So I don't know. It's a really cool channel. You should check it out.
Some good stuff on there, Liam. You'd like it. There's also some like real argumentative dicks on there that kind of give off Liam energy sometimes. So
Oh my god.
love those videos.
Some of those guys are insufferable, man. Like
Just like Liam.
most times I'm on their side, right? Like I'm like, the cops being like an asshole. But then I'm just like, is this a hill you want to die on?
Literally in some cases.
It's like, come on. I don't know.
Yeah.
Cool stuff though.
My favorite video, I don't think we've shown it on the podcast because that's probably demonetized, of someone getting shot, is this lady was like stealing from like a hardware store or something. And then Buddy tries to tase her, and the taser doesn't sink in. Like either it's her clothing or it's a bad hit, and it doesn't hit in. And she goes, did you hit me? Did you hit me? You missed me. You missed me. You missed me. And Buddy pulls out his gun and goes, welp, that's all I got for taser, and shoots her twice in the knee.
I did see that video actually. Yeah.
But like
we all watched that together or something.
Yeah,
I remember.
Yeah, I think we watched that in the apartment. It's just my favorite line is, "Welp, that's all I got for taser."
I
guess I'm doing this then.
So anyways, it started blasting. Fucking Jesus Christ.
I think the saddest one though, or one of the sad ones that gets me sad every time, I forget his name. I think it was Daniel something. He was an exterminator and he had a BB gun in Daniel Shaver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it the guy in the hotel?
Yeah, and the police are yelling like contradicting commands.
That's just so messed up.
And he's clearly like shit-faced and he's like crying, trying to be like, I'll do what you want, just help me. And then Buddy opens a fucking fire on him.
Yeah, it's just there's got to be a lot of police reform, and there's no easy way to do it, but I don't know. Stuff needs to change because it's just not working. It's not how it's supposed to be.
It works for them, and that's what they care about.
They got a lot of money.
Well, that's the thing though too, because it's like it's hard to even fix it from any perspective, because it's like in the States, y'all got like everybody got guns, so I see why police might be a little trigger happy or shit like that.
Yeah,
but it's just like I don't know, fix this. Like, it's weird.
Well, yeah, they shouldn't have to die to be a good cop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I understand wanting to either shoot somebody if they're going to shoot you back or first, but like, don't just shoot somebody because it's possible they might have a gun in their family tree somewhere.
Yeah, I feel like that's the problem. Just shoot first and ask questions later.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like, I didn't want to die, so I shot this guy. You didn't even fucking talk to him yet. You just shot him, dude. What
Well,
the fuck?
there was that one, I think maybe it was in California. It was an off-duty cop, and she was going home to her apartment. I think she was a little drunk, and she went into the wrong.
Yeah.
She went to the wrong apartment and just shot the guy in the apartment. So she thought someone was breaking into her. Yeah, she thought someone was breaking into her apartment.
Yeah.
Oh
She was
my
like,
god.
And she went into the wrong apartment and just like imagine you're just chilling watching TV and someone walks into your apartment and goes, "Get out of my house," and then shoots you.
That'd be something.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
might have been. Oh yeah, it might have been Texas. That sounds familiar too. Like
I don't mean
Dallas
to
or
change
Austin.
the topic, but did you guys talk about Will Smith getting banned from attending any Academy Award events?
Oh, he didn't. So the fallout from the slap is he's banned from the Academy for 10 years.
Yeah, 10 years.
I mean, like, it's fair. Like, you probably, I know he's making an insensitive joke or whatever, but you probably shouldn't slap Chris Rock.
Yeah, I mean, I know you guys talked about it at length, but I just was like, that's kind of funny. Like, can he get an Oscar? Like, are they gonna mail it? Is he gonna zoom in?
Get a mailed Oscar.
Is he gonna zoom in and be like, "Hey, thank you"?
Well, he withdrew from the Academy too, so I think he's just barred from being nominated for anything.
Well, no, that doesn't mean. I mean, I might be wrong. I don't know much.
You probably are. And yes, you don't.
Okay,
William.
thank you.
There he goes
But-
again.
If the Academy is like the voting is the Academy, but you can still be nominated if you're not a voting member or not a member, I guess. So
Yeah, because I guess like there's like small independent films and like
yeah,
documentaries.
they're not
like,
part of the
nominated
Academy.
and all that all the time.
I think if you're just a Hollywood figure, you get into the Academy and you can vote
you
on.
can get all the screeners and everything like that. Yeah.
So we'll see, but I don't know. Will Smith, he'll be fine.
Oh, so he's Will Smith.
Yeah.
He's got enough money. He could fuck off
Yeah.
forever. Could be was whatever.
Plus, his kids are off doing their
Also
own
rich.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jada's doing her own thing.
What does she do? Or not Jada?
Not one, it's who.
Yeah, I was confusing her with Willow.
Oh yeah.
She's a
Willow's got
musician.
music going.
You've probably heard her songs on TikTok and shit.
Yeah. No, Jade. He's got his grind going.
Another topic change. Just enough talking about death, I reckon. The other day, I guess it was yesterday, I had a 4-hour-long discussion on stream about what is classified or not classified as a sandwich.
God.
I have very
gonna
strong
s-
opinions on this.
I'm gonna send it in the Discord here, Liam, if you wanted to pull it up on stream.
For sure. Oh, what is this? Did you make this?
I did.
Okay,
I did make this.
You make this, and then we'll see where we.
Defo sandwich. Maybe.
If you hit open original, you can pull it out on browser and it'll be bigger.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a good call. Yeah, that's a good call. Pull that shit up, Jamie.
So I got a lot of shit talk for
What
my
fuck?
opinions on this.
Wait,
Um,
are you telling me the Gordon Ramsay face sandwich is definitely a sandwich?
An idiot sandwich.
Oh my
The
God.
idiot sandwich?
So you can zoom in and ask questions on any of them.
Okay,
willing
so
to
let's-
discuss.
Okay, so burger, I think we can all agree is a sandwich.
Well, some people didn't. Some
I'm okay
people,
with
some
that.
people were like
How?
dying on there to like, that is not a sandwich; it's a burger. I'm like, a burger's a sandwich, dude. Like everything about it is
Literally
a
just a
sandwich.
sandwich with like a certain way of doing it. That is
They're like,
it.
it has a burger bun. It's a hamburger bun. It's not a sandwich. I'm like,
I
oh,
think it's easier. Just does anyone have any? I think I agree that all of these are sandwiches. Does anyone?
So a lot of
disagree?
these are like recommended. I personally didn't agree with the fourth entry, the
Philly
Philly
cheesesteak?
Mm.
Dude,
I
that's
was arguing that's more like a hoagie, I believe. As at least this one in the picture
Okay.
is on like a
Well,
hot
what the
dog
hell
bun.
are hoagies? Hoagies
Not a
are
sandwich.
It's
sandwiches.
a hoagie sandwich, bro.
But I feel like
Oh
if you're
my
including a sub, like a Philly cheesesteak should also.
Well, if you okay, well, we'll just see. Everybody was on that side, so I was like, okay, whatever. I put it up there, but
Well,
I said that it wasn't a sandwich, as much as a hot dog is not a sandwich, which you'll see later.
So now we're on. Is this quesadilla?
That is a quesadilla, and I put it as maybe because if, in essence, you take a tortilla, right? If you do a 2-tortilla quesadilla, you got a big flat tortilla, put all your toppings on, put another one on, and then you like do your quesadilla grill. How is it not a sandwich, right?
It's just a panini with thin bread. I'll give you that.
Yeah, well, it could be like a burger with thin
Yeah.
bread. It's literally bread, fillings, bread, open on all sides. It's just a big flat burger.
Ice cream
But-
sandwich has to be a sandwich, bro. It's in the
I
name.
also take issue with ice cream sandwich being a maybe.
That's a
Not done
100% a sandwich.
Okay. So I figure it's not a bread. It's like a biscuit cookie as the top of an ice cream sandwich.
Jacob, say the word ice cream sandwich, and you
I
have
hear the
your
word
answer.
sandwich. I hear the word, but like it could just as well be a fucking
But isn't like a
Dessert.
Quesadilla
like
isn't bread.
muffin or something? Like, isn't that
quesadilla
also?
is tortilla. It's a bread product though, like a
guess.
cookie.
That's a
I
bread
guess
product.
I guess. Well, I didn't put Oreos. I said Oreos are not. Would you say Oreos are a sandwich?
Sure.
Yeah, they're
Sure.
sandwich cookie. They're actually a
Oh
sandwich.
yeah.
No.
Look on the
No.
packaging. They
Disagree.
classify them as
Listen,
a sandwich.
look, you gotta. Obviously, this entire argument goes with what is a sandwich. Now, the main thing you have against you, if you say an ice cream sandwich and an Oreo is not a sandwich, then by transitive properties, a peanut butter and jelly sandwich is not a sandwich because that's a bread product, a carb, which a cookie is in an ice cream sandwich or an Oreo, with a sweet inside, which means you define a sandwich as not needing a savory inside, which makes those sandwich cookies and an ice cream sandwich, by your own admission, a sandwich.
Damn.
No. I put it in the maybe. If I thought it was in the defo, I would have put it in the defo. That's how this works. It's my fucking list.
Let's keep going. Let's
shut
keep
up.
going.
Keep it moving.
And then-
This is where it's going to get controversial.
Not a sandwich. A hot
I
dog
don't
is
think so. A hot dog's not a
so
sandwich.
this entire tier is a no tier. Let's go one by one. Okay. Well, there's some I see that I immediately disagree with. So hot dog, that to me is one of the biggest
for debate.
areas of
It's
a
up for
sandwich.
debate.
But I think if you rotate how you hold it, how is it not a sandwich? It's just a sub. It's meat and sauce in a sub bun essentially,
It's not a sub bun. It's a hot dog bun.
which is just a shorter sub bun.
But also the other, like, I don't know. I feel like with a hot dog, there's usually not like there's no real room on a hot dog most of the time for like extra fillings, right? So like, you know, you're not putting like lettuce or some more cold cuts or peppers or anything on a hot dog. Not typically. You got some sauce on there, but like
The way I see it is a sub bun doesn't have to be joined. Like in your mind, the sub bun is joined, but like the sub bun's only joined because they don't cut all the way through it. They could. You'd still be like, oh, this is a sub, right? You get a hot dog bun. If it's disconnected, you're not going to be like, oh, this is a sub. It's still a hot dog, obviously.
A hot dog sandwich between two pieces of bread.
But that just you recognize it as a fucked up hot dog. Your bun is disconnected. Like, I got a shitty bun. This hot dog's fucked up.
Not every
it's
sandwich
just a
has to
hot
have
dog. You
sandwich.
no longer go, yes, a meat scrap sandwich. It's a fucking hot dog, dude.
Yeah, but it's not based on name. It's based on properties. Okay?
Well, apparently it is based on name because you used that argument just a fucking minute ago.
he did use that argument.
I think Jacob raised a good point that the intent of the creation, because a hot dog is not meant to be split. That bun's supposed to be intact.
It's supposed to be joined.
So,
if
I like
it's disjoined, it's not.
Because you
it's
got
not proper.
you got a burrito. That's a wrap. I agree. All in
Wraps are not
agreement.
sandwiches.
That's
Wraps
sandwich.
aren't sandwiches, 100%.
You got a
agree.
continuous.
A lot of people thought wraps were
continuous,
sandwiches.
But what about this open? What about bruschetta? An open face
That's
sandwich.
flatbread. That's just
So
a
that's
flat.
an open face sandwich, which is not a sandwich. Now don't say it's in the name.
I'm not.
'Cause
No,
I don't
but
care. It's not a sandwich. There's no sandwich aspect of it. A sandwich is two bread products
I would call
primarily-
that, if somebody made that for me, I would call it a flatbread. I wouldn't call it a
That's
sandwich.
toast with toppings, dude.
But
That's
okay,
not a
Jacob.
fucking
So
sandwich.
Jacob, you make your favorite sandwich: 2 pieces of bread, everything you want in them, right?
Sure,
And
sure.
it's a nice day outside, so you said, "I'm going to enjoy my dinner outside." You put your
Yeah.
sandwich down. Maybe you have a
Yeah.
beer. Maybe you have juice. Whatever you drink, water.
So you're gonna say your
Coffee.
sandwich falls apart when you're
No.
walking on your plate.
Hey,
it's not
please,
a sandwich anymore.
please let me finish. A bird,
I'm just gonna say you're
God's-
not gonna convince
a bird,
me.
a government drone comes from the sky and pits off the top piece of bread and just eats. It's out of there. Are you just like, what do I call this? What is this? I've never seen.
No,
this. it's just a
I'd say
sandwich missing a
my
piece of
dinner
bread.
is fucked and my day is ruined. What am I supposed to do now? I've got a stupid open-faced sandwich, which is not a sandwich at all.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, you can just admit you're not eating a sandwich.
Listen.
You've got a ruined burger
I'm
or
on
what have you.
Brayden, are you with me or against me that an open-faced sandwich is a sandwich?
You just want to be provocative here. There's nothing about that's a sandwich.
I'm against.
You
that
used
one.
the opposite argument for the ice cream sandwich.
Listen, I'm not
You
arguing.
literally
everything.
are contradicting yourself.
I will.
I'm not
ice
saying
cream
on the
sandwich
name.
is a sandwich. Ice cream sandwich, 100% a sandwich because there's sandwiching properties happening, right? It's being sandwiched between 2 buns, whether they're.
But that argument doesn't always
buns.
work.
But-
No, it doesn't always work like that.
It works in that case, sure.
It totally works though, and honestly, before thinking about it, really, I didn't consider an Oreo a sandwich. But after hearing you guys say that, I'm kind of like, no, I guess so. I guess it's kind of like a dessert sandwich, like a little dessert sandwich. When
So
you
my
have
problem
a bread though, with just toppings, that's different. Like, is my avocado toast isn't a sandwich.
You know, that's a good point.
If you took like a fucking cookie and put icing on top of it, it's not a fucking sandwich, Liam. It's just not how that works.
Okay, listen, I'm willing.
Yeah, we can
I'm willing
just
to
move
move
on.
past that one. For example, I'm not trying to be like everything's a sandwich. Like for example, pizza pop. I agree 100%.
Fully
not
not
a
a sandwich.
calzone.
Oh,
If anybody did
Small
try to
calzone.
say that a pizza pop was a sandwich, there is
There were some fucking weird opinions yesterday. I'll be honest.
Now,
broken
Is this a meatball sub as the next?
I
item?
don't know. I think it's a sausage and pepper.
looks like a brat in there, I think, or something.
Is that?
Yeah.
That looks like it's like a roll though. That looks like it's a
Yeah.
cut roll.
To me, that
That's,
was like
that's a
roll.
sandwich. That's a sandwich.
I put that in the same. I just said your hot dog's
No,
fucking
it's not a
fucked up,
sandwich.
dude. Your hot dog's got an STD. It's still not
That
a
shit,
sandwich.
if the bread breaks, doesn't make it a sandwich.
It's yeah.
Okay, here's my problem with your entire
Let's hear
system,
it.
and
Let's hear it.
it's just a small
Get on.
problem. Is why is a quesadilla maybe a sandwich, but a Crunchwrap Supreme from Taco Bell not a sandwich? When a Crunchwrap
saying-
Totally
Supreme
different.
is
If
a
you
type
get-
of
Totally
quesadilla.
If you get
It's
2
totally different.
tortillas and put cheese in the middle, that's a sandwich. But when in the case of the bottom left, whatever that is, if you fold, that doesn't make it a sandwich.
I'm talking
That's
top
not a
right
sandwich.
here, Peter. This
Okay,
Crunchwrap.
Well, I'm
so-
saying there's an example in the bottom left.
So
Of what I'm talking
the part of the reason I put quesadilla as not definitely a sandwich, but maybe a sandwich, is because if you do quesadilla with 1 tortilla, because some people don't need like 2 whole tortillas, right? They do 1 toppings on half of it and then fold it over. That's not really a sandwich. That's closer to a
with that.
taco. So that's why I said it can't always be a sandwich, because some people don't eat like the 2 tortilla quesadilla. You know what I mean?
I'm down.
So
with
it can't get
Bad
to
luck.
maybe. But the
Bad
Crunchwrap Supreme is not a sandwich. There's no fucking way. It's literally not open anywhere.
What do you
It's
mean?
more like a fucking pizza pocket, dude.
No, a sandwich does not have to be open on the outsides.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, it does.
No,
It totally does.
It has to. Yeah.
No, because like you ever have like
a wrap would be a burrito would be a sandwich. If we used your rules,
Is
is a burrito a sandwich, Liam?
is an Uncrustable a sandwich?
Well,
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Pete, I think it's an American thing. They're like a wagon wheel, but it's just bread with peanut butter and jelly on the inside. and
Yes,
like
those
the
are
edges.
sandwiches.
Well, if those are sandwiches, then a Crunchwrap Supreme's a sandwich.
It's not a sandwich.
Fuck.
but the difference between a Crunchwrap Supreme and an Uncrustable is just like they take the crust off and then they press it.
Yeah, but Jacob's saying if it's pressed, it can't be a sandwich. Just by his definition, a sandwich has to be open.
But
So
I think
now
It's a
also
little
you have
different
to
if you
consider
press it,
how
but
a Crunchwrap Supreme is
if-
made. That is one big
if you-
tortilla
yeah.
folded in
Oh
on
my-
itself multiple times.
Hayden, I'd like you to point out times I've contradicted myself. People are just unable to follow a simple path of
No,
logic.
you've definitely contradicted
I've,
yourself.
Whatever.
I've been here.
It's not contradiction if I say a quesadilla is a sandwich to also say a Crunchwrap Supreme is a sandwich.
No, I'm
mean,
with Harvey here. Crunchwrap Supreme is not a sandwich just as much as Pizza Pop isn't. They're in essence very similar.
Listen,
But you
I
had
think
no problem saying Pizza Pop's not a sandwich.
they are very different. Pizza
okay.
Pop are just pizza Uncrustables.
This one is we're not getting anywhere with this one. Let's move on to this next abomination that I'm seeing.
I think we can all agree a loaded baked potato is not a sandwich.
Yeah.
You're actually missing 3 on the right. here.
Yeah.
3 on the right,
Zoom,
bro. Oh my.
Shift and
Oh.
mouse wheel.
What is that?
What is
That's
that?
what I'm wondering. I just want to know what this is.
So that's like another, almost like a hot dog bun. And I'm pretty positive it's just French fries and cheese sauce.
Oh. Okay.
In
So I
it,
got
like
the
that
fourth in
fucking
there,
hot
Bro,
dog
you
bun.
say
I
ew,
thought
and you guys eat poutine.
That ain't
poutine.
close. That's just a carb bomb with cheese on top, dude.
I'm not gonna trash on poutine. I love that.
Liam ass meal.
Bro. Okay. listen.
Yeah, so that's not a sandwich.
I agree. That's an abomination to food.
There
Yeah,
shouldn't
that's
even be
just
a fucking.
gross.
There shouldn't even be a hot dog bun under there, dude. Like that's a mistake. They just didn't have any plates left.
Jesus. Again, the
All
fact
right,
that it comes with a fork too just tells you all you need to know.
We can all agree baked potato, not a sandwich.
Agreed. I'm
No.
cool with that.
Taco,
Not a
a
sandwich.
sandwich.
Nope.
No.
This is a decent. You hold the taco sideways like a hot dog. It's a sandwich. Okay. If it can be a
again, it's
sandwich, it is a sandwich.
You
in
don't
this.
know how I
Pick
eat my
either
hot
one.
or how I
Pick
eat my
one.
tacos.
It's a sandwich to me. Also,
All
this
right,
is
you- I
this
mean, you-
next
you
thing
just
is a
continue to
sandwich.
be wrong today.
Yeah,
That's
what
not a
is
sandwich,
this?
bud.
What is
It's
this?
a deconstructed
That is
sandwich.
a deconstructed sandwich is not a sandwich. It's a fucking
is.
charcuterie board with sandwich
So
ingredients
yeah, hold
on it.
on.
Is what
Liam,
it
so
is.
that would just mean that, like, is my cupboard a sandwich because I have
That's
bread
what
in
I
there?
said. That's what I said yesterday. I was like, it doesn't. It's not a sandwich till it is a sandwich.
God,
Oreo's
it's like-
also not a
You
sandwich.
don't eat a pizza and you're like, oh, I just ate a salad.
Dude,
Because it has cheese
this
and
entire
veggies
conversation
and
is like trying
tomato.
to tell a kindergartner how infinite space is. Like their brains can just not.
Yeah, it's not
comprehend.
working that well on you right now, to be honest.
Okay,
No,
listen,
fine.
but Brayden, you agree with me that an Oreo is a sandwich, right?
I'll concede. I'll concede that. Before this conversation, I would have said absolutely not. That's a crime to say such things. But after thinking about it a little bit,
No, I agree
an
with
ice cream
Liam.
sandwich is a sandwich. An Oreo.
Yeah,
can be.
I'm
Okay.
keeping it. I'm
I'm
keeping
not
it.
afraid.
No, I don't think it's a sandwich.
Well, it's okay to be wrong.
Do you think
What is that?
an iceberg? What's it called? A wedge burger?
Of
Think
course.
wedge burger.
That's a sandwich.
I don't think
course.
it's a sandwich.
Why not?
I don't think it's a sandwich.
Yeah, that's a nice keto meal. That's definitely a sandwich.
Yeah, of course. What would you
Brayden,
know
a
about
burger
that,
with a
Liam?
lettuce wrap. That's a fucking.
Yeah,
A
no.
burger with
hold
a
on.
lettuce wrap is not a sandwich. Those are just two wedges.
I-
That
I
is
don't
closer
know.
to a sandwich than a burger with a lettuce wrap.
I
That's
used to get
too-
lettuce wraps a lot from A&W,
Mhm.
and like there's always at least like a top and a bottom piece of lettuce. There's also something on here too that I will disagree with you on being a sandwich or not. It's later on. It looks like a awful KFC item, but I think it.
No,
technically-
the double down.
yeah, I think that
You
technically
guys. So what I think our discrepancy is you guys are structural purists,
Yes.
except for your hot dog opinions, which are wrong. The hot dog's not a sandwich, Liam.
I agree. I'm with
I
that.
think normally I'm like the structure matters a lot to me, but there's some things I personally feel like the structure matters for sure, but it also the type of carb matters to me.
Hmm.
No,
What about this
I'm a,
next?
I'm a structural purist. The ingredient could be anything.
So,
It's a
Peter, you agree
sand-
the lettuce wrap's a sandwich?
Of course, the sandwich.
And this next one
sandwich
has
co-
to be a
it-
sandwich.
it's
It's
more
not a
about the
sandwich.
verb. It's more about the verb that you're sandwiching thing.
The next
Yes.
one is not a sandwich. It's
What do you mean it's
stuffed
not a
French
s-
toast. It's not a sandwich.
Oh.
It's a single piece of bread with
Oh,
like something injected inside.
Yeah, I'm with
Okay.
that. Yeah.
That's a
That-
sandwich. That's
That
a
treads a
sandwich.
weird line. That treads a
That's
weird line.
that's absolutely a sandwich.
It's not
I
a
don't
sandwich.
think
you
so,
can't
though.
inject. You can't like. What would you call a fucking donut a sandwich, Liam? It's got sauce
No.
injected. A Boston
that-
cream
no,
donut is that a
that's-
sandwich?
That's different. Okay. Do you know how
No,
like
it's
okay.
not different because that's exactly what it is.
Same
Just as
idea.
fucking
No,
toast.
no,
kinda what
because
that is,
the fun
yeah.
fact about bread, that's exactly what I was going to say, Harvey. You have a loaf of bread, you cut it in half, now you have 2 giant pieces of bread. You cut it again, now you have 3 pieces of bread, right? You take 1 piece of bread, you fill it in, you separate the 2, and now you have 2 thinner pieces of bread, okay?
But you don't.
That's how bread works.
But you don't. But you
No,
don't.
that's simply
because
how
the bread
bread
is
works.
not
Here,
separated.
It looks like
There's
it's
no
connected on the
separation
edges.
around the edge.
It's allowed to be
injected
connected on the
inside.
edges.
It's not.
It doesn't have to be 100% separated to be 2 separate entities.
No, you're just wrong.
If you took 2 pieces of French toast and stuck them
Yeah,
together,
yeah. If it was a
it's-
sandwich, then yeah, for sure it would be a sandwich. But it's stuffed French toast. They just injected chocolate inside. If a Boston cream donut is a sandwich, then you can say that's a sandwich.
No,
But you
again,
said
2
yourself a
different-
Boston cream donut is not a sandwich.
I never actually
Therefore,
said that. I said it was a bad
You
example.
did.
I never said it was not a sandwich. I said it's a bad
Donair is
comparable.
not a sandwich.
I agree.
A euro? Yeah, euros are not.
And
No.
sushi's
Perfect.
not a sandwich.
Yeah,
Sushi
what?
is not a
Who?
Whose
Somebody
idea was
explain to
that?
me. Yeah, what about sushi?
It was just somebody asked. I said no.
Good.
I put the picture.
Correct
on
answer.
Oh,
crepes, not a sandwich.
Oh, is it crepes?
crepes
Oh.
can be a sandwich. It can be a vessel to sandwich hood.
I can get behind that, but yeah, no. not
Sure,
in
if
this-
you made
not in
them,
this
if you made
current
them like
state.
a
I was gonna say,
quesadilla.
if you do 2 thin crepes and put them on top and with stuff.
Whatever this pita chicken
Yo, this is a
sandwich is,
stuffed
that's a
pita?
sandwich. That's a
So
sandwich.
I think
No.
I had a couple different pictures, and I chose a picture that looked most like a sandwich, but most of them didn't look like that. Some of them were like it was mostly just like a stuffed pita, which was not separated on all sides, and in fact there was almost no opening at all. So I was like, it can't be a sandwich.
See, Jacob, I think you're the structural purist because for
I am,
for
but
all your
it-
sandwiches,
the
they have
carb
to be
matters as
open on
well.
all this stuff. Dude, you're too much of a purist.
Jacob, he
You're
is
such a
the
restrictive
most
lifestyle.
restrictive of sandwich.
Yeah, I'm not giving away the sandwich title for free.
Yeah,
Okay, well,
Don't just get
here's-
to be a sandwich.
this one
There's
might be-
hoops to crawl through.
Highly contested, but I think me and Brady are on the same page. The double down is
Is a sandwich.
100% a sandwich.
100%.
The KFC. What is that? What are you talking
It's
about?
2 pieces of it's bacon, cheese,
Oh,
and
that's a
sauce
sandwich.
sandwiched between 2
That's a
pieces of
sandwich.
chicken.
As weird as
The
it
verb
is,
of
it's a sandwich.
sandwiching. Okay, so Liam, let's say, God forbid, Braden and I hug you. Are you a fucking
Yes.
sandwich?
I'm a Liam sandwich with
He's
Jacob
saying,
and Braden
yeah,
bread.
exactly. He's sandwiched
Mm-mm.
between you guys.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Yes.
You are bacon and cheddar,
So-
and Braden
so-
and I are each a piece
So
of fried
Braden
chicken.
and
I
Jacob
just made a water
sandwich
sandwich.
between Liam, and then a giant comes. He's like, "Oh, people," and then he grabs you, and then he's
Right.
eating a Liam sandwich.
No, we're just unfortunate in that
It'd be
case.
a lot
I
of
think.
filling, but he'd be
Harvey's
eating a
correct.
Liam sandwich.
Dude, how is that, Jacob? Please explain how that's not a sandwich.
I would
There's
like
no, just no bread. It's fucking chicken, dude.
No, it doesn't have to be bread though.
But also, can we
But
talk
it's
about
my
the fact that it's
rules.
KFC, therefore the chicken is coated in breading?
It's
That-
chicken.
Can we
It's
talk
breaded
about
chicken.
whatever the hell is next to it? Is that just a sheet of Kraft singles?
That's a book with a. So somebody asked if a book with a cheese slice in it is a sandwich, and that's the only picture I could find on Google.
Oh,
I said no. It's not a
Yeah, I
no,
sandwich.
believe-
because same reason as a hot dog isn't a sandwich.
Exactly.
There's a spine in that book. Just like there's a
The
spine
next
in the
one is raw minced pork on like a toasted bun. It's just much like the open face sandwich. I was like, can you even fucking eat that?
Or whatever.
Liver King would be proud.
Either way, not a sandwich. It looks fucking gnarly too.
A shrimp cake? Is that shrimp on it?
So I
Wait,
think
what
that's.
the fuck? Yeah.
I forget how it's. I think
think
it's
that's,
Swedish. It's like
cucumber.
smorga something.
Oh, yeah, this cute.
Apparently that's bread,
It's
but
gross.
there's cucumber and shrimp. It's like there's not that's not a sandwich, dude. It's in the form of a cake. Cake's not a sandwich. Nope.
I don't know.
I'm not asking. I'm telling. Cake is not a sandwich.
Well, you also said double down's not a sandwich, so
That's not a sandwich. It's
I
my
just
sandwich.
don't know if I trust your
Morgastarda.
Yeah, that's the one.
Jesus. What
Yeah,
an abomination.
cucumber and shrimp cake. First of all, gross. Second of all, no way.
well,
in hell.
no. Let's just get through a couple I'm gonna ask you a couple questions about sandwiches, Jacob.
Sure.
Could you have, for example, just 2 pieces of bread and a cream cheese sandwich? Just in theory.
Be the
2
grossest motherfucker.
Yeah,
Yes,
but I
but
think
that would be
yeah.
a sandwich, right? Just
Sure.
cream cheese in between 2 pieces of bread, a sandwich. Okay.
Sure.
And say you make a nice savory sandwich, and you garnish it with a little basil on top, or maybe even a tomato slice. Does that tomato slice prevent the entire thing from being a sandwich just because it's on top of the sandwich?
So you're saying you put a slice of tomato on top of a sandwich?
Or it can be anything, just a little, accoutrement, a little garnish. on
I
top.
understand what you're getting at, Liam. It's
Accoutrement.
not a fucking sandwich. It's literally a cake. It is.
It's
quite
literally you have
a
slices of bread
thing.
with you have slices of bread with layers of what I presume to be some sort of cream or sauce, and then you have a nice little shrimp and herb garnish on top.
Yeah.
No, because
It's
again,
simply a
it's built
sandwich.
like a cake. It's built like a cake, and that's
It's
fuck
literally
my-
a cake.
Well,
it is literally
this
a
is going to
cake.
blow your mind, but a cake is a sandwich.
no. See, that's where you're wrong.
It's just wrong.
How am I wrong? How am
What
I
kind
wrong?
of sandwich has icing on the outside, jackass?
You can deep fry a sandwich.
If
Why
you were
can't
to
you
go up
ice
to
a
someone,
sandwich?
Liam, for your birthday in fucking 5 days and be like, "Yeah, I want an ice cream sandwich." You think they're gonna bring you a cake or an ice cream sandwich? Singular.
Well, again, I'd ask for an ice cream cake, which is just a very big ice
Mm-mm,
cream sandwich.
I understand that you might think that I have this open on Paint right now, and I'm willing to make changes. I'm not. It is open. I'm not making changes. A cake
That's
is
okay. The
never a
world can
sandwich.
see your ignorance.
That's fine. I literally just put it on display yesterday. At the end of the day, I'm still right because I made the list.
I put my ignorance on display every day.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
I proudly do it.
So I guess Liam's just continuously being wrong here. So we'll move on to spring rolls. Not a
Also a
sandwich.
sandwich.
I thought that was a tamale. I think that.
How would
oh,
a
no,
spring
it's
roll be a sandwich, Liam?
Well, it's
Is a burrito a sandwich?
Is a burrito sandwich?
You've never answered
Yeah.
me this. It is a sandwich.
Yes.
Okay, you're just wrong. Fuck.
Liam's very inclusive. He is.
No,
very
he's just
inclusive.
wrong. I think he doesn't know what the hell's going on.
No, I think you're just too picky.
Is
and you-
sushi a sandwich?
No.
Then a burrito's not a sandwich.
burrito.
And
And a burrito,
a spring roll's
nor
not a sandwich.
wraps,
No.
nor spring rolls are sandwiches.
Again, you think you guys have such flawed logic, and then you try to apply it to my logic, and it doesn't work, and I look like the odd man out. But the problem is the baseline of the foundation of all the calculations you're doing on whether
There's
or
no word
not
count here,
something's a
buddy.
sandwich.
There's no word count. You don't have to
Bro,
add in
listen.
all this bullshit.
Listen, you guys are just categorically wrong, which I'm used to. We've done a podcast for over a year. I'm used to you guys just being wrong on most topics we cover. But I'm just saying, maybe don't act like you're right on everything, because again, your sandwich etiquette is some of the worst I've ever seen. There's no logic behind it.
Really?
It's just arbitrary. Oh yeah, that's a sandwich. Not a sandwich. Yeah, that's a sandwich. Not a sandwich. It's like you
Liam
just.
is known to be always right
I mean,
and never makes weird, irrational decisions. Burns his sweaters in beach campfires, for example, wouldn't do that.
see, that's a straw man argument.
Oh my god.
No, that's
You're
not.
changing the subject. Yeah, he's changing the subject.
That's not
I'm
a
just saying you're
straw man
irrational.
argument.
Yo, Peter.
I'm just saying you're irrational, and there's no proof in your pudding.
A straw man argument's a made up scenario. If you actually burned your sweater, that's not a straw man.
Allegedly, I plead the fifth. You should know what that means, Peter.
Yeah.
Anyway.
What's the Fifth Amendment of Canada? I don't think it. Oh, it's how it
It's-
works.
It's the exact same. It's I do not have to incriminate myself.
Oh, did the Queen write that in?
Sit burn.
Do you know what I learned? That where was it? Like, it was not part of Canada until like 1950. Was it
Newfoundland?
Prince Edward, or yeah, Newfoundland?
I think we were like 46 on that one. Something.
Yeah, Mike, that's fairly recent. I thought like all Canada was just a whole shebang.
One
Is it
final,
Sandwich?
and
Damn.
unfortunately, it's not a sandwich. It's a casserole.
Agreed. There we go.
Why couldn't a cake be a
casserole?
cake? Why couldn't a cake be a cake?
A casserole?
A cake is in its own definition A casserole. Tate is way less broad than casserole. Okay. And
Isn't
Tate's
a
a sandwich.
casserole?
Not all casserole. Listen, casserole's so vague you can't call a casserole a sandwich. Tate isn't as vague. A Tate is a sandwich.
It isn't.
I think
it isn't
sandwich.
What?
I think sandwich is vague too.
It isn't vague.
Clearly,
Okay.
sandwich is vague because people can think sushi
Vague.
is a fucking sandwich. They're wrong, but
And
they can
hot
think that.
dogs and burritos.
Jacob, the fact that you don't think the double down is a sandwich tells me all I need to know about how you have no correct opinions on the sandwiches.
I do think the double down thing is whack. That does seem like a sandwich to me, but I also
So I think you guys just, if anything has the verb sandwich, you think it's a sandwich, and I think that's a silly opinion.
No, it's not called the double down sandwich. It's just called the double down.
No, but you're saying the act. I think that I said it yesterday. I'm gonna see if I can remember the correct wording that I used. But to me, if something is sandwiched, that doesn't make it a sandwich. Not all things that sandwiched are sandwiches, but all things that are sandwiches are sandwiched. Does that make sense?
I mean, it does. It makes sense that you don't know what you're talking about.
Everything that's a sandwich has to be sandwiched, but not everything that is sandwiched is a sandwich.
Yeah, but
That's
you're
logically
saying,
consistent.
but we've
Checks
shown
out.
so many things that have been sandwiched, and it's like you have more criteria that just seems to go on a whim based on like how is an ice cream sandwich a sandwich, but a double down's not a sandwich?
I only put it in there because I was peer pressured too, and people were bitching at me. I would have left it in the no.
We're
I
renaming
moved
the
it up to the
podcast
maybe.
to the Backtracking Podcast. On this segment,
Well, if you would have watched
Backtracking,
any of my 4-hour stream yesterday, this wouldn't be backtracking. You would have just seen it happen
I was
live.
doing my taxes and changing my tires.
No, I'm not saying that you had to be there. I'm just saying it literally happened live.
all of the thought processes were put out there on the internet in detail.
Well, after that half-hour debate on sandwiches,
It's the longest topic I think we've ever
That's
had.
better than 4 hours. I spent 4 hours on this.
We do need to do like a crazy tier list at some point on this show, though.
You got to
Alright,
have a tier list of something really random,
Yeah.
like oh god, I don't even know.
I think we wait like another 28 weeks, and then we have a Bear of the Week March Madness bracket.
Ooh, fuck. Okay. I'm into it. As long as we include Wotek too.
Of course, Rotet and Hank the Tank. There once again is GoaliePete's YouTube channel. Please give him a sub.
Yeah,
Toss a
subscribe.
like on his latest video. It was a great effort by him. His team is in the playoffs. I'm sure there'll be some playoff content.
Oh yeah, at least
down.
3 games. At least 3 games. It'll be
At
fun.
least 3 games. We'll see how far. Maybe you guys. What's the trophy you guys are competing for?
I will find that. I'm not sure. Let's see. I don't know. That we'll
You don't
see.
know.
We won this charity tournament, and the trophy was it was called the Moose Classic or something, and it was this really horrible moose made out of hockey sticks.
Oh,
It was
jeez.
so bad. All right, playoffs. I don't know. I'll get back to you on that.
Sounds good. We'll keep it updated and keep me updated, and we'll have maybe little shout outs on the podcast, seeing how far your team goes. But
Hell yeah.
please give him a nice follow, subscribe, like, and comment. Interact with his video a little bit. It helps him. He's a growing creator, and we appreciate having him on this week's episode.
Yeah, thank you guys. It's a lot of fun. I enjoyed debating sandwiches.
Debates. I am happy to come out on top, as always.
Well,
I think I'm right, and according to Liam, that's the only kind that matters.
Yeah.
So
True. Wise words from Liam.
yes. Well, we're then. What the fuck? I stopped the raid. Okay, we're getting ready to raid Stern Station.
Let's go.
Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, GoaliePete, for coming on, and we will we'll catch you guys next week.
Yeah.
cool.
What a weird ending. See you guys. Thanks for showing up.
The raid already popped, so they didn't hear that, Braden.
Sweet. Oh shit! Is this the new Kirby game? I heard this shit kind of fucks.
Wonderful.
Right on.
And then good luck my thing.
I think Donkey put out a new video on this. Apparently, it's really good.
I'm Kirby.
Okay. Yeah, I think I just saw that new video.
Shit.
But
Canadian
All right,
drink.
I'm gonna head
thank you,
out, guys.
Peter.
I
Yeah,
gotta
thanks, Peter.
go meal prep, so that'll take a
Oh
while.
yeah.
Hope this lived up